right, guys, welcome back. It is Sunday night. It's early enough that I could actually shoot a race video tonight, so let's do one. Okay, so I'm in 2014. We're at the USA BMX Grand Nationals. This is May number 3 for Elite Pro. Mare Strombergs, Connor Fields, Joris Daudet, Nick Long, Jared Garcia, Anthony Dean, Corbin Sherraw, Jeffrey Upshaw. Now, it's weird when I watch this race because it feels like, oh man, this race looks like it literally just happened. But man, this race is 11, well, going on 11 years old. And Mare Strombergs obviously is in this one. He is probably, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, Maris has the most gold medals, right? I think he has 2 of them. So I think he's got the most, for men anyway. But anyway, let's run this, see what happens. This is the third main. Now, it's tied up right now because going into the third round, Connor and Maris were tied for points. $7,000 pro purse on the line. Let's see how it rolls. This is a good race.
$7,000 to the win.
Guys, here we go. Connor's on the far outside. Maris is in the middle. Factory free agent. Let's go. Ooh, look at the power from Maris. But Connor's getting in there. Let's go, Con. Oh, he bobbled just a little bit. That was enough for Maris to say, let's go. Over the pro section. Oh, he pumped that section. That was sweet. Berm jump. All Maris. So now at this point, Maris and Connor are just going to later everybody. Connor's crawling even. Let's go, Connor. Oh, Strombergs is looking like he's going to take it. Let's go. And that's it. He got the win on that one. That was a great race, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, wait. Here's the finish. All right. This is basically where we started the video. But this is how they finished. So we had... let me go back. So it looks like Maris, of course, got the win. Overall win. Connor with the second. Joris with the third, and so forth. Great ride. Just for a second, let's take a look at this and determine who's still in the game after all these years. Well, Maris is going on to work with Supercross, so his face will still be out there. Connor is still definitely involved with BMX, even though he's not racing. Joris is our defending gold medalist. Nick Long just got that Huffy contract. He's out there in Vet Pro. I'm not sure about Jared Garcia, if he's still out there. Anthony Dean, same thing. Corbin Sherraw still mixing it up with Elite, and then, dang, that's pretty impressive if you think about it. And Jeffrey Upshaw is making a name for himself over in Vet Pro, so pretty cool. All right, now we can move on. Let's go. All right, guys, now we're in 2010. We're in Chula Vista. It's a Supercross race. This race is a really, really good final because Mark Willers is going to get a crazy hole shot in this. Joris Daudet and Sam Willoughby are going to battle and try to overtake him. And while Joris and Sam are kind of going at it, Nick Long just makes a killer move in the last turn. This is a great, great race. Let's run this one really quick. Let's go.
See this guy rolling it up because that's the way his attitude is.
All right, let's go.
The gate's down. Maris hit the gate.
So Maris hit the gate, so he kind of falls back.
Donnie said, but look who's winning, Donnie.
So Willers has got a good lead. I see Joris kind of creeping on the inside. But here comes Sam. Sam's right behind Joris. Oh, let's go. Oh, we lost Willers. So now we got Sam takes over. Where does Strombergs come from? Let's go. But watch Nick. Watch Nick. Let's go. Get in there, Nick. Oh, Nick. Whoa, what a finish.
Sam Willoughby by .04.
Damn, he beat him by .04 seconds. That was a great race. You know, I do a lot of race reviews. Supercross gets a small percentage of what I review, but man, some of these races are legit if you find some good ones. All right, let's move on to something else. All right, guys, let's go back to 1995 for a second. Now, this is it looks like the World Cup main event for 12 experts. And I know normally I do pros and older experts, but this race is really unique because Donnie Robinson's in there. He's on factory power light. So Donnie at the time is only 12 years old, which makes me feel kind of old because I was like 25 at the time. But anyway, he is clearly, guys, the smallest rider. The other 12-year-old experts are riding on expert or pro-level bikes. and Donnie looks like he's on a mini. He's about half the size. Not half the size, but he's much smaller than his predecessors. And if you watch this moto or this main, you're going to see him outpower riders much bigger and stronger than he is. And I think that's what made Donnie a great pro, is this tenacity that he has. Anyway, let's run this one really quick. It's really cool. Not the best quality, but let's do it. 1995 World Cup, 12-year-old experts. Donnie is on the inside there in the orange and black power light colors. So just keep an eye on him for a second. Let's go. So Donnie gets a good pop. So green from, looks like Robinson. He's got the spins on. Lewis sitting 2. So Donnie picks off the second place rider. Now he's going after Green. Green's looking good. He's a much bigger, stronger rider. So pretty much it should be all his. But look at this. Let's go, Donnie. Inside. Back on the inside again. He high-lowed him. Donnie. Let's go. He got him. He legit did it. Wow. That was awesome. All right, let's move on, guys. My best guess on this one, guys, is 2018, because this video is about 6 years old. Donnie Robinson is now really on the tail end of his professional career. And so we just watched him race as a 12-year-old. And now we're going to see him race in a Pro-Am in Napa, California. Now, Napa is one of Donnie's local track, I'm assuming. And he does the beginner program there. And then we have Jake Peoples in there, which is pretty much he's the man when it comes to Pro-Ams. That guy just dominates them. But anyway, Donnie does really well in this race. Let's run it. Donnie is on lane 1. Let's go. Eisendor, Ramos. Let's go. Donnie gets a good pop as usual. Oh, we lost 2. 3 go down at the first jump. Let's go. Donnie got in the second already. Isidore sitting 1. Let's go, Donnie. Hard to see it, but he's sitting 2. Oh, way to go. Great ride. Great ride. Let's go to something else. This portion of the video is very, very cool. I found this footage. It's on Stunt A Biker's website. I'm sorry, YouTube channel. And he's got some cool stuff. So every once in a while, I just run through his stuff. But check this out. Let me read this to you guys. The Jarvis Archive. In 1979, Malcolm Jarvis made a fateful trip to USA. What he saw during that trip was the beginning of a new sport, BMX. He committed to bringing BMX to the UK, and at the time, he captured some priceless 8mm film of a couple riders that just happened to become legends of our sport. For the first time, here's that footage, and it was introducing Stu Thompson. What I could see from the footage, I can definitely see Stu's in there. I see Scott Breithop's in there. And I want to say Perry Kramer's in there. There's some pretty cool footage in here. Anyway, let me run this for you guys. The footage here. Now, before I go any further, let me explain something with 8mm film, because I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, and I definitely remember 8mm film. So essentially, what it is, it's like a video camera, but it's reel to reel, and it takes like legit movie style video. There's absolutely no sound to it, and my parents used to record everything, especially the holidays, and you could only watch it back on a projector. So whoever took this, it eventually came, it originally had come from a projector. So there's no sound. So obviously they had to add some music to that, which I'm going to turn down right now. So let's take a look. So on here, you can see it's a big downhill track. Now that looks right there like Stu, and I want to say that that's Perry Kramer or Scott Brythop. I can't tell from this photo, and I want to say it is probably Scott, or I'm sorry, it could be PK. Look at that turn. Bam! Alex, yeah, that's probably PK. All right, so you can see Stu's got that lead in the short sleeve shirt. And then, oh, Perry goes down. Okay, here's a great shot of Stu right here. Now, let's just take a look at this shot. Man, I love it. The SE Racing colors. It's got the Shimano on the front of the jersey. Look at the old school Haro number plate. Now, on the Haro number plates, you can peel the backing off of the Haro plate, and if you did, that's what basically you would get. You just get this kind of transparent, clear piece of plastic. But Stu's got that giant number 1 on there, and look at the Pro sticker on right above the 1. It's actually really cool. Let's keep going. And he's talking about his racing right there, obviously. This is a really cool shot. Like I said, guys, no sound. Look at this. Great. They got this bonsai jump right here. So they come screaming down this massive hill. Just hit a jump to flat ground. And look, they're going to jump over the photographer. Wham! Look at the straightaway on here, guys. It's just a massive downhill track. Oh, I love it. There you go. Now that's Scott. There you go. I recognize the OM on the back of the jersey and the big 26-inch cruiser he's riding right there, Flowable Flyer. Wow. These guys really had no fear. These are massive jumps going down big hills. So you know they're just getting all kinds of crazy speed. Power slide here at the bottom of the hill. Man, that guys looks like so much fun. All they're doing is just screaming down a hill, full speed. Look at Scott. Bam, no fear. Bonsai's all the way down, and then watch this roost. Right there. Wham! That's old school BMX. There's Scott again. He's got no fear of this. Look at that. Wham! That is so cool. I love seeing this old 8mm style filming. It throws me way back to when I was a kid, because this is how we legit would watch our home movies. And a lot of the home movies have been like converted to VHS, and then eventually we converted those to DVD, and it's just crazy. But anyway, that was a cool video. Let's move on. 1990 now. We're in El Paso, Texas. This is the Pro Open Main. I think this is an ABA race, but it's a great race between Pete Lonkarovich is in there, Terry Tennet's in there, Greg Hill's in there, Mike King's in there. A lot of big guys are in there. Let's run it. Here we go. So Pete is in the red. It looks like he's on factory vans. Brian Lopes is going to slide in second. He's on Elf. I see Ellis. Oh, Ellis bumped Hill. So Hill goes off. So we still got Lonkarovich handling business. Let's go. And then we got Lopes hitting 2. Looks like Terry's bringing up 3rd. There's Terry. Oh, let's go. Oh, Mike goes down. Oh, he took somebody down with him. I don't know. It looks like a Mongoose rider. That was a great run. Okay, let's go to the next. So, guys, I ran across this random commercial. It's from ATI. It was for the pistol grips that Pete Lonkarovich was basically endorsing. I have no idea where this commercial came from. I've never seen it before, but it's pretty cool. Let's run it.
Snap the gate, grab the whole shot, and shoot down the competition with the pistol grip by ATI. You can have pulling power like Pistol P. Lonkarovich, the all-time greatest BMXer ever. From BMX racing to aerial assault, you can take the wild ride with total control. Tested and developed by the top guy, the pistol grip is precision made to perfection, including the hard end plug and gnarly cross-thread pattern. The #1 choice in BMX and #1 in mountain biking, ATI.
That was pretty cool, guys. It looked like Pistol was on Balance Sports at the time for that video, because if you look back just a second in this still photo, you can see he's got the AXO pants on, which are really cool, by the way. Definitely motocross-driven pants. I had some AXO, I think I had an AXO jersey and AXO gloves, but never had the pants. But they're very similar to like what you would expect to get with Answer race pants. And based on the color of his uniform, my best guess is going to be Balance Sports, I'm guessing. So this is probably 93-ish. but Pete was definitely doing great things back in the early 90s. Okay, let's move on to something else, guys. All right, guys, let's do some pro cruiser action. 1990 Silver Dollar Nationals in Reno, Nevada. This is the pro cruiser main. We're going to see Kenny May in here, Pete Lonkarovich, Cecil Johns. They're going to have a little bit of a battle. Let's run this one. Kind of a long track for a Reno race. I watched this race a second ago. Let's go. So you got Pete's got the snap. Oh, look at Kenny. Let's go, Kenny. Oh, but Pete pushes him on the outside. Down goes Kenny. All right, so we got Pete, Cecil Johns sitting too. Wow, it's a big set of doubles. Ooh, a berm jump. I'll be damned. Pete's doing it on a cruiser. He's got a good, strong lead. Wow. The doubles on this track are legit big, guys. So Pete's got a handle on it. Cecil Johns is distant second. This is a weird flat turn. Look at this, guys. You basically do a U-turn in the middle of the race and then head to the finish line. That's kind of a weird turn, but anyway, great race by Pete. Let's move on to something else. All right, I'm going to have to get creative on my editing because this is very, very cool. About a year ago, I did a race review video, and there was a TV show in the 70s. It was called Chips, and it was about California Highway Patrol motorcycle cops. And anyway, there's one episode in the late 70s, could have been 1980, 1979, but it was all about BMX racing. And one of the main characters, Pete, actually stunt rode for him. I did not know that was Pete Lonkarovich. So we're just going to watch a small clip of this interview, and he'll explain what he did on the show, and then I'm going to try to run the actual race again. I'll just rerun it for you guys so you can see what the heck it is I'm talking about. Check this out. This is really cool. And by the way, this is Pete Lonkaravich's podcast. You can find it on YouTube. From time to time, I watch his interviews. He doesn't do a lot of them, which is a shame because they're actually really good, by the way. Okay, let's go.
Hey, by the way, Jaime, did you know that I was in Chips? I was an actor. I was a stunt man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know the little Mexican, the cholo dude that was, the black guy that was like Anthony Sewell was the stunt man for him.
I
and
remember
then
that.
I was the stunt man for the Mexican friend.
I did not know
I was
that.
a number. Look at, if you watch the video again, I'm number 106. I'm the littlest dude out there, and I was about, I think I was about 11 or 12 years old. I was actually on JAG, but I happened to be on the CHP team. I was on, I had the blue uniform with the blue and the gold.
Yeah.
I should have stole that
kid
uniform.
You should have, man.
I should have. I wanted to, man. Those people were like, "We need that jersey back," and I was like, "Come on, man!" And I should have made it disappear, but they watch you like a hawk, man. They categorize everything, and I was out there with Ponch and Larry Wilcox. It was funny, man. It was fun times. It was like, because I remember meeting those guys, and you'd see them on TV, and you're like, man, they have awesome white smiles and stuff. And Eric Estrada was getting in trouble for eating chocolate in between the scenes and stuff. I was like,
anyway, let's do this. So I don't want to step on Pete's podcast too much. So let's go to. I'm going to go find the actual race. So we now know that Pete was rider number 106. So I'm going to go find that race, and we're going to run that next. All right, guys, I found it. Now, I apologize for rerunning this because I know I've done this before, but it's just really cool. And the funny thing about this is I literally was really lazy this morning. I didn't feel like getting up and doing anything, at least first thing this morning. I was thumbing through YouTube, and I was watching old clips of Chips. So when I found this video, I thought, oh, wow, that's really ironic because I was just watching that. Anyway, let's take a look. Now, remember, Pete is going to be running he's actually a JAG BMX rider in real life, but he's racing on the Chips uniform. And I found him in here. He's definitely much smaller at this time, but let's take a look. Oops, sorry, guys. Let me try that again. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see if we can find him. So we know Sewell's in there stunt riding, too. All right. That's the star of the show right there. I think that's Sewell racing for him. Now you can see Pete creeping in the background. There he is. Right there. Oh, man, guys. He's behind the Mongoose rider. So it looks like there's the Jag rider, which I think is Sewell. There's a second place rider from Mongoose, which I think is Litsky. And then right behind him is Pete. Let's watch. There he is. And he's right there. I got him. Number 106. You see him right behind the shoulder of the first place rider? All right, let's finish watching it. There he is. Let's go, Pete. Get in there. He wasn't kidding. He was much smaller back then. So Pete's sitting number... Is he sitting 3? He's not going to be in this jump sequence. I think it's just the bigger riders that are doing the jumping. Look at the style, man. What? I think I said in my video, there's just no way we would do that in a race. Nice shot of the Mongoose riders. So basically, it looks like they took the same race and just spliced it all together, because BMX races, as we know, are just not that long. There he is! There's Pete! Bam! That's a perfect shot. That is Pete Lonkarovich in chips. Guys, I never knew that. Let me move the camera a little bit. There he is. Pete Lonkarovich. Oh, man. So I learned something tonight. So that's totally cool. All right, we might as well just finish this clip, guys. There's not much left on it, so let's just keep going. That was so cool. I love that. All right, let's move on. You know, guys, one of the hardest riders to find on video is Perry Kramer. Perry Kramer, as we all know, the PK Ripper. You know, he's, as far as BMX icons go, he's way up there at the top. And the funny thing is like, when I try to find him actually racing, it's really difficult. I did find this video. It's from Metro West BMX in Australia. It's 1981. So I had to go way back. And you can actually, during the interview with Perry, he's talking about BMX racing, pro purses, the whole 9 yards. It's actually kind of cool. And you can actually see him racing. He's going to pick up a second in this race. Let's take a look at it really quick. It's actually pretty cool. Let me back it up.
Been racing for about 9 years and doing a lot of traveling, and so I was, really happy to come over here to Australia and get a chance to race on your track and hopefully race for some money today.
So you can see Perry's got the snap right there. Let me pause it right there. So you can see Perry's right there on the S&E Racing, sitting number 1. He's going to get past, but he races really great here. Let's take a look.
How much higher will they go? Well, right now in the States, they're running at an average of 3 to 5,000 for the big events, and eventually they're throwing in $10,000 purses, which of $10,000, 5,000 goes to the winner. I think as the outside sponsors, like let's say a soft drink company or a car company, get in and sponsor the events and make it more of a spectator sport, I think the pro purses will go up more, and it's going to mean that to be a pro racer, you're going to have to be a serious pro racer and devote your time to BMX and to training your...
That is really interesting. Really interesting. Let me pause this really quick, guys. So Perry's talking about a few things. I wrote it down. So he said the average pro purse was about $3,000 to $5,000. Now remember, guys, that's in 1981. So if there's a $5,000 purse, the first place rider is probably going to at least get half of the pro purse. So a win is worth about $2,500. So if you fast forward to 2025, it's not much better. If it's about the same, I'd be pretty surprised. So that's why Perry makes a couple good points. He said if we had outside sponsors such as soft drink companies, automobile companies, much like if you look at, for example, Elise is bringing Toyota, and Toyota's showing some interest in the sport, and I think it's going to take some big time national sponsors to do what Perry was basically explaining. So Perry had a vision of how pro racing should go, and he's right on the money. Everything he was saying in 1981 still holds true for today. So that was a really cool video. All right, let's move on to something else. All right, guys, we got one more race to look at. We're going to go back to the Grands. This last Grands 2024, I ran across this young man the other day. I was sitting in my office and I was working away, and it was lunchtime, and I was looking for some BMX videos for future reference, and I found this one. Josh Jolly. This is 1720 Expert Main Event, and this kid is legit, guys. I was watching his whole video, which is about 9 minutes long. We're only going to watch his main event, but he's the real deal, man. I was watching him race. I go, this kid, I guarantee you guys, is going to be a stud in the pro class. Let's take a look. Here we go. He's in the World Championship colors on the inside.
Gonna take him downtown in and out of number 1. I got Jolly.
Let's go. Look at his lead, guys. Look at the power. He is pulling. 17 and 20 expert is absolutely no joke. And look at this kid's lead. Over the pro section, no problem. He's in a class of his own today. Look at this. Oh, he's going to take it home. Woo! Kid is legit, guys. He is legit. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, guys, that was a fun night. I know I went a little bit off of my normal format as we were looking at random videos and so forth, but my goal when I'm doing my BMX race videos is to find anything BMX race related and put it all in one 30-minute video if I can. So tonight was a great night. Last race video, guys, we got over 1,000 views, so I was super pumped about that. I dropped a BMX magazine video last week when we got close to 600 on that one, so it's been a great week for me YouTube-wise. Picked up a handful of subscribers. We're almost to 800. We're gonna hit that 1,000 goal here. I'm hoping in the next couple months I should hit it. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.